What's up guys, I am BlackOpsAmazing. Welcome back to another zombies video on the channel where today I'm taking your questions from the comment section below and answering them. If there's anything that you want to know for the next video, make sure you leave your comments down below and I will try my best to pick them out and see what I can do for you guys. If you do enjoy the video by the end, a like rating as always would be very much appreciated, but of course you don't have to if you don't want to. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest zombies videos and also click that little bell notification icon next to it as well. But whenever you guys are ready, let's get into it. So I've got a ton of interesting questions to answer from you guys today, and the first one comes from Chris the Dude, and she says, BOA, why is there green element 115 in Origins? Love your videos. So as I've said previously, the colour of element 115 doesn't always matter. Sometimes it does mean something, and sometimes it simply doesn't. And in this case, we don't know which one of those is the answer. Obviously, throughout zombies, we've had different colours of element 115. Originally, we had the orange one in the first timeline, and then in the new timeline along Origins, we had blue element 115. But mixed in with that, we've also got some green 115. I don't think there's any difference, obviously, apart from the colour. I don't think they have different effects. At the end of the day, it's still element 115, it still does the same thing. It's just a different colour. I honestly don't know why Treyarch did this. I mean, there must be a reason behind it. But Jason Lundell has said that the colour of 115 and the colour of the zombie's eyes doesn't always have a meaning. And this could be one of those situations where it simply just doesn't mean anything. I don't know, it's a strange one, but it's something I can't answer. Martin Vasquez says, after Origins, what did Dempsey, Nikolai and Takeo do? So we know after Origins, when the Primus crew sent Maxis in the drone to Samantha and they were reunited, and they both then went to the house to Dr. Monty, we know that for 2 years the characters went missing. There was a 2-year gap before they met back up again in the Giant. Now we know that Richtofen went off on his own quest to meet up with Dr. Maxis to find the Chronorium, locate the summoning key, use the transit crew to do some quests for him, go to Shadows of Evil, collect the key, and then he finally met back up with the other characters in the Giant. So we know what Richtofen was doing in those 2 years, but what did Dempsey, Nikolai and Takeo do? Well, these 3 characters were on a mission to find, locate and kill as many versions of Richtofen as they could. They travelled around the universes from place to place, killing different versions of Richtofen. That's why in the Giant you will hear Dempsey say a quote in which he says, I've killed many Richtofens. He then also says a quote when you pack a punch. He says, why is this machine being everywhere I have? Brazil, France, even the damn moon. And I think these 2 things could relate. Every place that Takeo, Nikolai and Dempsey went to hunt down these different versions of Richtofen, the pack-a-punch machine followed them. Dr. Monty helped them to do what they were doing. So that could tell us where they went. In between those 2 years, it seemed like Takeo, Nikolai and Dempsey went to France, they went to Brazil, they went to the moon to locate these different versions of Richtofen, and then they killed him. We don't know how many Richtofens they have killed in the multiple universes, but it could be hundreds. And eventually, as we know, they end up in the Giant, where they've located this version of Richtofen, and they are about to kill him just like they've done to the previous ones. The only difference is, this time, the Primus version of Richtofen walks out of the teleporter and does it for himself, which is where the characters are reunited. So that's what Dempsey, Nikolai and Takeo did in those 2 years, whilst they were separated from Richtofen. They went killing multiple other Richtofens around the universes. The Silent Ninja says, BOA, why does the grown-up Richtofen have an accent, but the child version doesn't? And that is a really hard question because we know that Eddie's soul is from Dimension 2210. Eddie is Richtofen as a child, but he doesn't have the same accent. It's quite noticeable. Richtofen has a German accent since he is German, and then Eddie has more of an American accent. He doesn't really sound German, so why is this? All we know is that Richtofen collected an innocent version of Eddie's soul from Dimension 2210, and when he had that, he then gave it to Dr. Monty in the house where he turned him into a child. But that doesn't explain why his accent sounds different, and I can only come up with a few different ideas. In this dimension, was it possible that Richtofen wasn't German. Maybe in this dimension a scenario changed, a few events changed in his early life, or before he was born should I say, which meant that he didn't grow up as a German, and so wouldn't have the accent. That's really the only thing I could think of, but I don't honestly think that's the case. Is it possible that Treyarch just forgot to give him a German accent, or thought that maybe he sounded German enough when really he doesn't? I don't know. Do I think it's something that really needs to be looked into? No, but it's definitely interesting. The next question from MLG Potato. I can't remember if I answered one of your questions before. Your name and profile picture looks similar, but you say BOA. Why in Black Ops 1 does the interrogator turn into a zombie when you go into the zombies mode, and then change back when you leave? So this was always one of my favorite things in Black Ops 1. It was just the menu was so freaking cool, how you were locked in this interrogation chair, you could escape to do a little Easter egg on the computer, go through the coding, find out a load of interesting information about the campaign zombies. The menu for Black Ops 1 is honestly one of the best I've ever seen in a game. But what was also cool about it is because you were locked in an interrogation chair, there was someone interrogating you behind the window. Now you couldn't see his face, it was just a shadow, but then when you select the zombies mode, the interrogator will turn into a zombie and start bashing on the window. I thought that was something really cool that they did. And then obviously if you go back to the main menu, the interrogator turns normal again. This was always honestly one of my favourite things about Black Ops 1. I don't think it has any meaning behind it. It's just I wouldn't even call it an Easter egg, just a cool effect. And that's all I think it is, but nevertheless it's still pretty cool. The next question from Benny OG Stoner. He says, BOA, who is the astronaut on Moon? What is his story? Love your work. So I've done a full story of video on this guy. If you want to check it out, I will link it down in the description. But to just give you guys a quick summary on this. So we have this astronaut on Moon that follows you around. Above his head we have a gamer tag, which is random. It is a random name on your friends list or a developer from Treyarch. But this astronaut, as Richtofen tells us, is a zombie. I can't remember exactly what Richtofen says, but he says something along the lines of, you are undead in a suit or something like that. I honestly can't remember, but Richtofen does tell us that what is inside of the suit is undead, which obviously means that the astronauts that were working up here, the Group 935 astronauts working on Griffin Station, became infected, and so one of them, this zombie, is following us in an astronaut suit. Obviously because it's locked in here, it really can't do much, but what it does do is headbutt you and teleport you to a random location on the map. So to answer your question, this is a zombie. The next question from the dabbing unit. Oh dear. But as you know, I love to answer personal questions, so this one says, and hopefully this can help you out, BOA, how do you record your videos? So I think like most people, I use Sony Vegas. Now it's not necessarily the best software you can use. The Adobe software I would say is more advanced, but overall, in general, the best one that you could get if you're starting off, and even me, I've been doing this for 4 or 5 years now, I still use this, but Sony Vegas for me is the best one you can use. So to edit my videos, I use Sony Vegas. It's actually quite simple when you get used to it. I first started out using Windows Movie Maker, which is pretty terrible. It's really not very good. So if you're using Movie Maker, the best thing you can honestly do is download Sony Vegas. Although I know it does cost a lot of money, so just, I'm not gonna say what you could do, but But yeah, I use Sony Vegas to edit the videos. My microphone is a Blue Yeti mic, but there's a ton of different good microphones you could use out there. The Audio Technica AT2020, the Blue Snowball. As my backup mic, I've got the Blue Snowflake. So Blue, I think, are generally the best ones you could use, or at least the most common. And then to record my gameplay, I've got the Elgato HD60, and obviously a PS4 and Xbox One, and that's pretty much all you need, as well as a computer. My computer is really pretty simple. It's a gaming PC, but it's not that high a spec, as I don't tend to play games on... Look, the only game I play on PC is Planet Coaster, right? Yeah, I'm sorry, this is embarrassing. I love that game. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'd be interested to see what you guys use. If you guys make videos, what software you use, what microphone you have. I know, I just love reading your comments. Anyway, I thought I'd answer that to see if it could help someone out. And then the final question of today says, what is the story of the mystery box? Now, a lot of people always ask me this, and I haven't done a proper story on it because it is so simple, and it's the same answer that I could give you for the perks. The mystery box is a magic weapons box that is given to us by Dr. Monty. Just like he gives us the Pack-a-Punch machine, the perks, the power-ups, so the max ammo, insta-kill, carpenter, just like Dr. Monty gives us all of them, he also gave us the mystery box to help us out around the maps. Alongside that, as we know, he also gives us the chalk drawing, so there's really not a story on this, and a ton of people always ask me, so I thought I should quickly clear it up, but it's something that's given to us by Dr. Monty to help us out. That's it. But anyway, there we go. That is it for today's video. Hopefully you have all enjoyed. If you have, as always, a like rating, if you haven't done this already, would be very much appreciated. But if not, you don't have to. If you don't want to, it's totally up to you guys. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest zombies content on the channel. Leave any questions you have in the comment section below, and I will try my best to answer them next time. And of course, we'll see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.